Welcome to another edition of Small Talk for You. This morning I wanted to take a look at XML parsing in Squeak. If you grab Squeak 4.2, which is what I have here, and you look at the examples in class XML Parser, you find actually there's XML DOM Parser, XML Parser, and XML Tokenizer is the common superclass. But if you go into DOM Parser, you'll find that there's an example here. They give you some XML, and you can look right here and see how to work with it. And so I put a little code example together to show you how easy this is to use and how easy it is to get started. Start with grabbing an XML document, taking the DOM parser, parse document from, and just put a read stream on your source. So it could be a file, it could be whatever. So let's go ahead and inspect that and see what we get. And you find I get an XML document. Make this a little bigger, and you can take a look at the pieces like the URI, the namespace, which in this case there is none because it's a very simple document. So let's close that. And now what I can do is I can go ahead and I can scan into it. So I can take the document and I can ask for a specific element. I can also just ask for the elements, but let's go down one to do this first. We'll grab the book and we'll inspect that by grabbing an element of that name. And that gives us back an XML element object. And I can look at all the instance variables and I can see what's in there. I can look at the parent. I can look again at the URI, which there is none. I can look at the name and the attributes. So you can see there's a bunch of different ways of going in here. Well, let's dive down one level. Let's go to the elements of that book. So I can drill down one level further, inspect that. And now I have the elements for this particular book. You see there are 4 elements. There's this person, there's this person, there's this one. And if I take this first one, you can see that I have this more complex object up here. And then down here I have the actual attributes. So you can see how that you can keep drilling down if you like. So let's leave that aside for just a minute. And I'll grab the first one, inspect that. And you can see now I have, again, an object. I have an element. And I can see the elements in here. I can see the attributes. So I have the attributes of this particular element. And you can see that I could drill into this to get the elements that go one level down. So again, you can go all the way to the bottom this way. So I can get the elements here by doing this, and you can see what I'm going to get here. Move that over here. You can see that I get, again, all of this stuff. I'm just drilling one level down to get that. But if I want to take the attributes, go to the attributes of this particular element, I can do this. Drill down, I get a dictionary, and this is basically like dealing with instance variables, although it's a dictionary. You can tell that if I wanted to map this to an object, once you have a dictionary, it's pretty trivial to map dictionary elements into instance variables. So it'd be very easy to build a mapping of this kind of thing if you want. So that gets me down here. Finally, if I want to grab by name, and this shows you pretty much how you would do that kind of mapping, attribute at, I can go grabbing right down here and get the actual value. This is a byte string, and there it is. So if that was a number, I could then do some kind of mapping. If I had a DTD, maybe it'd be automated a little better, but in any case, it shows you how to drill down, and it's pretty easy to work with. So you could build kind of a higher level thing up on top of this, and it turns out that I've done a lot of work with XML when I was working with VisualWorks, and I built Bottom Feeder. Now the libraries are a lot better now than when I started, but I built everything basically off the XML parser as it shipped in VisualWorks. This parser in Squeak is a lot nicer than the bare one that I was working with then. So it's kind of cool stuff. In any case, that's about it for today. Till next time, have fun with whatever small talk you're using.